I was proper getting into that. I didn't want that flipping intro music to stop. That was a pretty good way to start off this video. All of those clips that you saw right there were either captured with the Wii remote on Black Ops 2. You couldn't see the pointer because those clips were captured on theatre mode and the Wii remote pointer doesn't show up in theatre mode. I might have included some Splatoon gameplay in there, and of course I used the Gyro because the Gyro is the only way to play Splatoon, in my opinion. Forget the dual analogues. The dual analogues makes Splatoon feel like a completely different game. Seriously, Splatoon without Gyro is not worth thinking about, seriously. So in this video I wanted to ask the question, will Nintendo Switch have motion control and gyro aiming? Because in that short preview trailer we didn't see really any hint of that at all. Now since the reveal trailer went live, some people went through the trailer, some people have spotted a glossy panel on the right Joy-Con, and apparently this will be used as a pointer, hopefully like the Wii remote. I did go into this in a video that I made before on the channel. You can find that in my Nintendo Switch series playlist, but according to Let's Play Video Games, the right Joy-Con will be used as a pointer for touchscreen games. So hopefully that will work like the Wii remote. Hopefully developers will use that kind of like how they used it like for the Wii remote, so for pointers for first person shooters. That will definitely get me hyped, seriously, it'll definitely get me jumping on that hype train, just because I think at this moment in time I am a little bit worried about whether we will get motion control and gyro aiming, because like I said, there was no hint of that at all in the reveal trailer we didn't see any sort of motion like in the Joy-Cons when they were separated. Some people saying that when they were in that Volkswagen van that they were using motion then. I watched the trailer about 4 or 5 times and I couldn't really spot any hint of that at all. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit worried about whether motion control and gyro will return, because I have been doing a little bit of research. I typed in Nintendo Switch motion control, and then what I found was a bunch of people saying, "Oh yes, Nintendo, thank God you're moving away from motion control. Motion control is so gimmicky. Oh, thank God you're not forcing it down on me, forcing motion control on me. Motion control needs to die." And to all those people, my man, the legend, the hero, Claudio Ranieri, has a message for you chuffing idiots.
Hey, dilly ding, dilly dong, wake up, wake up.
Dilly ding, dilly dong, wake up indeed. Wake up from the fact that motion control was never a forced thing for you idiots. Because if you did want to use the Wii remote on the Wii, granted there were quite a lot of games that wanted you to use the Wii remote, but you had the option for Nintendo games at least to use the classic controller, and then they did update that with the CCP or the Classic Controller Pro. For the Wii U, you got the Wii U gamepad, which I know you idiots thought was heavy. Oh my god, it's so heavy to use. Oh my god, it's like a flipping 6 ton of bricks. No, it's not, mate. No, it's not. Seriously, I don't understand the complaints of the Wii U gamepad being heavy, because all what you do is you just pretty much leave it on your lap and that's pretty much it. And in terms of gyro, like I said for Splatoon, you could turn that off. And motion control with the Wii remote, you had the option of not even using that. You could use the Wii U gamepad as a normal controller, which these idiots never grasped that concept one bit. Or you could use the very good Wii U Pro controller, which is probably one of the best controllers out there at this moment in time. 80 hours battery life, seriously, it's streets ahead of the DualShock Controller 4, which just pretty much runs out every flipping 10 minutes, it seems like. But literally, dilly ding, dilly dong, wake up, because motion control is a great thing in my opinion. It is a great option, and I don't understand why these people don't want options, because for me it would be a massive step backwards, a huge step backwards, if we don't get the option to use motion control for games like Mario Kart, or to use the gyro for Splatoon. Because like I said earlier, no gyro for Splatoon and Splatoon completely turns into a different game. We've already lost the second screen experience from the Wii U, so we won't be able to use the Wii U gamepad to quickly spawn to teammates in Splatoon when you die. I think how they will get around that, which I will mention in a future video, is just when you die, a quick menu pops up. Do you want to spawn to a teammate? And pretty much you can click on your teammate's icon showing their face, their name, and where they are on the map, or you could just respawn at the main spawn point. But it's definitely not going to be as quick as how it was before in Splatoon. So we've already lost the second screen experience. We don't want Splatoon to just turn into another shooter with dual analog controls. Now, I know Splatoon is definitely unique in terms of its gameplay, but one of the reasons why it was unique was because of how fast the gameplay was, how quickly it flowed, how fluent the gameplay was. And one of the main reasons for that was the gyro aiming. I don't understand why people are against gyro aiming. These idiots, they make me laugh because they slag off the Wii remote, but you know, these chufters flipping are so hyped about VR. Oh my god, Oculus Rift! And what do? They flipping go out and pick up a motion controller for the Oculus Rift. Oh my god, HTC Vive! And then what do? They go out and pick up a flipping those touch controllers for another $200 extra. Oh my god, PSVR! And what do? They go out and pick up a PS Move. So it's alright, motion control's alright when you got a screen slapped to your face, but it's not alright when it's for the TV experience. don't understand that sort of double standards at all. So Wii Remote controls, really want them to come back. Really do want them to come back because it's great for games like Pikmin. I've heard from many people that have played Pikmin that seriously, Wii Remote and Nunchuk is the way to go for Pikmin. Can you imagine playing Pikmin without a flipping motion controller? And for me, on a personal level, first-person shooters, they control 100 times better with the Wii Remote. Seriously, it's just a much more fun experience. So for me, it would be a massive shame if Nintendo Switch's console experience had just standard controls. There was no gyro, no motion control one bit. For me, that would be a massive step backwards. And that experience would just be the same as the PS4 experience. And for me, it would kind of make me think about the power of the system more. Because I could understand with the Wii. Oh yeah, I wasn't really that bothered about the graphics for the Wii because it offered me a different gameplay style. And the same with the Wii U, it offered me a different gameplay style with the Wii Remote and the second screen experience on the Wii U gamepad. If the Switch is just a straight up console experience like the Xbox One and the PS4, then I'm going to think to myself, oh okay, right, if this is a less powerful system than the PS4 and Xbox One, then what is the point? Because I'm pretty much paying for a gimmick which I probably won't even use anyway, and the console experience is not offering any different to systems that came out 3 or 4 years earlier. But if it is less powerful, then for me, I'll be thinking, what is the point? That's just how I feel. So I want the TV experience to offer something different, like motion control, like gyro aiming, because for me they do add a lot to the TV experience. I don't want Nintendo to just listen to these idiots that say one thing and then they go out and pick up a PSVR, flipping PS camera, even though those people were slagging off the Xbox Connect when it came out. Yes, don't even try and deny that you're one of those people that, you know, slagged off the Connect. I was about to say the Switch then, but slagged off the Connect and then went out and bought a PSVR with PS camera and flipping PS Move. You know, these idiots say one thing and then they go out and do another thing because, oh, it's not Nintendo. It's cool when Nintendo doesn't do it, but when Nintendo does it, it's flipping kiddie. It's a flipping gimmick. I want motion control and gyro to return. I don't want the TV experience for the Switch to just be a standard experience, because I think there's no way it's going to be more powerful than the PS4. That's just my opinion. So if it is just going to be a standard TV experience, then it's just, I'm going to think to myself, okay, what am I getting that isn't on the PS4? I'm just getting less graphics. If that does happen, that is a massive if at this moment in time. So, want motion control, I want flipping gyro to return, and I think I'm not alone in that, hopefully. But I know some idiots are like, oh, thank God, Nintendo, you're not forcing motion control on me, even though they never did in the first place. Okay, granted with the Wii, just because that was its main unique selling point, so of course they're going to make games that are catered to the Wii Remote, and some may say that they never really did that with the Wii U, with the Wii U gamepad. So yeah, I can understand with the Wii, but there was always an option there for you to use the classic controller on the CCP, which these idiots don't understand. So thankfully there are some rumours knocking about, but before I get into those rumours from Let's Play Video Games, I think a massive hint of motion controls returning for the Switch is the fact that Just Dance 2017 is coming out for the Switch as well. So I think that is a hint of motion control returning. I'm going to get into a rumour which has got me hyped, which has got me jumping on the hype train. Well, actually, I'm halfway on the hype train. The flipping ticket officer is looking at me, staring at me, giving me the Luigi death stare because I'm not fully hopped on yet. Just because it's not the flipping, it's not confirmation at this moment in time. Even though Nintendo have said that what we've seen from the Switch isn't everything, I'm hoping that they are referring to motion control and gyro aiming. That will just get me seriously hyped if those two things returned. So This rumour from Let's Play Video Games pretty much says the Switch will be region free, which is what Emily Rogers said. But in terms of this video, Joy-Cons will support motion control and rumble. And Eurogamer said that the Joy-Cons, like before the Switch was revealed, would have a next-gen motion control system and vibration system. So if somebody's shooting you, like from the left side of the screen, the left Joy-Con will vibrate, and say like when you're hitting a ball in tennis, then it's going to feel a lot more realistic, if you know what I mean. So that bit has definitely got me excited. The Switch dev kits apparently support Wii remotes, which has definitely got me excited, just because that is what I like to use for Mario Kart. I can use the Wii U gamepad and the Wii U Pro controller for Mario Kart 8, but for me, it is a lot more fun using the Wii remote. And in terms of the Wii remote, I absolutely love it with first-person shooters as well. Apparently, motion support will be confirmed closer to launch. The Splatoon and Mario Kart games will support motion. That is a massive thing if this turns out to be true, because like I said, I like to use my Wii remote for Mario Kart 8 and for Splatoon. For me, there is no other way than to use the gyro for Splatoon. It's just a much better experience to use the gyro than the dual analogues. And I know these people that can't learn the gyro, they are salty. They are so salty, it's unbelievable. They're like, oh, the gyro, turn it off, just because they cannot use it, and because they're getting owned by people that actually went and learned that gyro, went and sat down, played about 10 games, maybe they did crap with it to start off with, like myself, like in the Splatoon beta. I was god awful at gyro, even though I used the Wii remote, but because I didn't give up, and because I'm not resistant to change, I sat down, played Splatoon, and I got used to the gyro control. So it would be a massive thing if gyro returned for Splatoon on Nintendo Switch. Breath of the Wild will support motor control for things like gyro, aiming, steering, use of the magnet ability as well. So definitely got me hyped. And apparently the Switch screen is a multi-touch screen, and pretty much the dock, Let's Play Video Games is saying that the dock will add additional power, even though it kind of seemed like from what Nintendo said to IGN that it wouldn't. So that pretty much concludes pretty much everything that I need to talk about in this video. I didn't realise this video would go on for this long, but yeah, I just feel very passionate about this subject. It would be a massive disappointment if the TV experience was just a standard experience like the PS4, offering nothing different like the motion control or gyro aim. And so I want those two things to return for the TV experience. That's just how I feel. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. I cannot believe this video has gone on for this long. But when I go on a rant, I'll go on a rant. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, and make sure you're hitting that subscribe button for everything Nintendo NX. But for the moment, that is it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.